Alright, what's going on, traders? It's a quick update to let you know what I'm looking at for the week ahead, for the week commencing Monday, the 25th of August. So what we saw last week on the total market cap chart, the weekly close was a doji candle, which represents some form of indecision. So you can see there was indecision here, there's indecision here. We've been stuck within this range, and price has been moving sideways since being stuck in this range. Interestingly enough, the move that we've had down here on the total market cap chart was much more aggressive on BTC. So for example, what we can see on BTC is a pretty aggressive move down. I wasn't expecting that move to be this aggressive, especially for price to then take out the lows down here again. So this could mean we could expect a bigger move now on Ethereum coming down, which represents the move of the liquidations of the lows down here. So what do I mean by that? What I'm expecting for the total market cap chart right now is what we can see is this move up, price coming back in, price has come up, tapped into the 61.8, we've rejected it, and we've come back down. There's two scenarios here that I'm thinking of. Scenario number one, we're in a PD array right now, this fair value gap. We've tapped into this order block. We could come back in and tap again into this order block. That move down, I'm not expecting BTC to move aggressively down. That move down will be the move of Ethereum moving down now. That's option number one. Option number two is we continue going lower. We continue going lower into another key PD array. Maybe we can find something on the 4-hour. So what we can see, there is some liquidity resting below down here. We have a fair value gap down here, which aligns with this level of the minus 27%, which is one of the key levels. I don't think we're going to get all the way down here, to be quite frank. If it does, that's probably going to be BTC dropping down to at least around 110 to 105K. I don't see that happening right now. So that is a possibility still, but let's stick to realistic possibilities right now and what I'm actually expecting. So option number one, I've told you, is that we get a sweep of this and then we've come back up. Option number two is we get a deeper sweep of liquidity coming into these areas, minus 27%, which is around 3.6 trillion. And then the final option, and this is the option that I'm hoping that happens, is price actually reverses from here. So we don't get the liquidations of these lows. Price reverses from here. So we've already created this bearish candle. So you can just imagine this bearish candle. And now we've created this wick. And then for the rest of the week, we could get a bullish candle coming back up. So it will just be a wick. And then price comes back up into the 78.6 level. Let's see how this looks on BTC and where our trade is at right now. So the current position that I'm in right now is at 112,908. There was another position that I told you guys that we can enter, which would have been off this fib level, which unfortunately I didn't get to enter, which I guess is fortunate at the same time, but I wasn't on the markets at the time. So anywhere between this OTE level of 113,700 to 112,800, there was another position down here we could have entered off, but I did not take that entry. If you haven't entered it, it's probably best. You can enter a position right now. I wouldn't, just based on price action. Like I said to you, the total market cap chart moved not as much as I was expecting, but Bitcoin has moved pretty aggressively in correlation to it. So what I'm expecting on BTC, I expect the lows. I think we may have just taken out the lows. Okay, cool, great. So we've taken out liquidity of previous week's low, which is great. That's a good sign. That's what I wanted to see. We can expect price to now come back up and close as a doji down here, or at least come back into the regions of around 112 to 113K. So what I'm doing right now is I'm still holding my full position on BTC. I'm still expecting the 119 to the 120K region to get tapped into. It will be unfortunate if price does come down and take me out and then goes back up, but that's part of trading. So what I'm looking at is for as per the total market cap chart, if we don't get the move lower, taking out that liquidity below, I'm expecting a move back up on BTC. This kind of pairs nicely with the Bitcoin dominance as well. So if we use the Bitcoin dominance very quickly, what we can see is price is currently at a key region of this fib. So we've tapped into the 61.8, and then on the daily we can see some key fair value gaps around there. We do have some liquidity resting down here, but we have got some order blocks and fair value gaps which price has tapped into. Let's have a look. That's one there. We've got an inverse fair value gap down here as well. I would go off that, and then like I said, there is a bit of room lower where price can take out this liquidity around the 57% level. But this is quite promising. That move up is quite promising. What I am expecting, if we do get the move back up, is price to take out this liquidity down here, and we can put on a fib from here to here. We're looking at around 62% bare minimum. If we do get the full-blown move up, liquidity is resting above down here, so we can put a fib on from here to here as well, and then we can look around the 64, 63 region percent. So that pairs nicely with the BTC trade that we currently have right now. So let's see what happens with that. Last but not least, on the Ethereum. Okay, this is interesting. So we're getting the move down, which is exactly what I want to see. So I've closed off most of my position. Like I told you guys, when price hits all-time high, I will close off 80 to 90%. So I've taken out about 85 to 90% of my position. I'm letting the rest ride in the scenario that we do get a bigger push up. I do expect Ethereum to continue moving up in the short term. That's why I've kept some of my position. I've moved my stop loss and break even as well. So if it does take me out, it's okay. There is a possibility in terms of where we are right now that price can reverse from here. So we've got this order block down here. We're currently in this fair value gap. So we've got some strong key PD arrays right now. Price is deep in the mid-range of this fair value gap. So we can expect a move if we can get the tap down here into this region, and if that pairs nicely with the total market cap chart, that move down, maybe that means that the total market cap chart moves to the lows or taps into this order block. I may then consider taking a long on Ethereum again, and what I'll do is I'll drop to the lower time frame to refine my entry, but I'll enter roughly around the regions of 4.3k, and my stops will be below these lows down here. So I'll put my stops there, I'll put my entry there, and I'll look to target just the local highs, just these highs down here. As we move up, I will be taking partials. So keep an eye on that. In terms of where I'm looking overall in the market over the next week, in summary, like I said, I'm still expecting price to move back up into this region. I want price to come into the region of 4.08 trillion to 4 trillion. And on Bitcoin, I'm looking at around 119k to 120k, so around this region. So that's it. If you guys are still in any of the positions, please let me know and I'll keep you guys updated. Please, if you like the content, subscribe, turn on your notification bells, like and share. Thank you so much.